got a feeling the comment section is going to get spicy in today's video. I'm going through every position in Major League Baseball and telling you who I think the best player was at that position in the 2024 season. I don't care what they did last year. I don't care what they're going to do next year. I don't care what they did 5 years ago. Who had the best stats at that position during the 2024 season? And it has to be their primary position. So while Yordan Alvarez played left field, he's not a primary left fielder. So feel free to get in the comment section down below. Start yelling at me like you normally do. I'm willing to take the heat. But don't forget to drop a like on your way down there and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the content coming at you.
But first, I want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, SeatGeek. The postseason is in full swing, and SeatGeek is giving a special offer to my viewers since you guys use my code so often. Giraffe10 is a special code that gives you 10% off your order whether you're a first-time buyer or not. Basically, nobody else has this discount. SeatGeek is now also the official ticket marketplace of Major League Baseball, so they have you covered for all your baseball ticket needs, especially during the postseason. And maybe baseball isn't your thing. There are more than 70,000 events available every single day on SeatGeek, whether that is baseball games, basketball, football, you've got concerts, you've got comedy shows, you got Broadway shows. They've got so many different options for you. One of my favorite things is that they put tickets from all across the web in one place to make sure you're getting the best deal possible. And each ticket is rated on a scale of 1 to 10 to let you know whether or not you're getting a good deal. When you see ticket scores that are closer to 10 or those green circles, that means good deal, you should buy those tickets. When you're seeing scores that are closer to 1, red, orange colors, those are ones that you can avoid. So again, don't worry, I've got the hookup for the postseason for everybody. Use code Giraffe10 for 10% off your purchase at SeatGeek, max of $25 off. All you have to do is sign in or sign up, go to your account, and under promo codes, type in my code Giraffe10 for that 10% discount. That's 10% off any purchase using my code Giraffe10. Thank you to SeatGeek for sponsoring today's video. Let's get back to it.
All right, let's get started with the pitchers, and let's go with the starting pitcher first. The best one in Major League Baseball for this current season, I think, has to be Chris Sale. Of course, honorable mentions to Paul Skeens, Tarek Skubal, and Zach Wheeler. But Chris Sale was pretty dominant across the board from start to finish this year. He's going to win the National League Cy Young Award, a 2.38 ERA, a 2.09 FIP, and a 174 ERA plus with 18 wins were all the most in Major League Baseball. 177 and 2/3 innings pitch over 29 starts. Again, finished the year weird because of the weird injuries and the Braves getting knocked out in the wild card round. But he struck out a National League best 225 batters, had a Major League best home run per 9 at 0.5, and a Major League best strikeout per 9 at 11.4. In terms of K rate, he was striking out 32% of the batters he faced, walking 5.6% this season. That, of course, is going to be a Major League best K to walk rate at 26.5%, which is absolutely disgusting. Even when looking at Sierra and all these other stats, Chris Sale was number one across the board. He was absolutely disgusting. And even on Baseball Savant, like, his page is just full of red. It's absolutely insane. 93rd percentile in chase rate, 95th percentile in hard hit rate. Nobody was squaring up the baseball on Chris Sale this year, and it showed in his numbers. When Chris Sale has been healthy in the past, he has shown the ability to be one of the best pitchers in baseball. He was healthy for the first time in a couple seasons this year with the Atlanta Braves, and what do you know? He was the best pitcher in Major League Baseball, absolutely dominant. As for the best relief pitcher in Major League Baseball, I'm not including closer, that will be its own separate one. I'm going with Cade Smith of the Cleveland Guardians. There was a lot of really good relievers that you could have picked: AJ Puck, Griffin Jax, Matt Strahm, Jeff Hoffman, Jeremiah Estrada, just to name a few. But to me, Cade Smith is the quintessential best reliever in all of Major League Baseball. That's not a closer. Cade Smith was third in Major League Baseball among relievers, including closers, in K minus walk ratio at 29.8%, striking out 35% of the batters he faced, walking under 6%, which is absolutely disgusting. His ERA for the year was 1.91, which puts him inside the top 10. He had the lowest FIP in Major League Baseball at 1.40, which is fielding independent pitching, basically taking away the fielders and giving you a number, and Cade Smith was the best at 1.40, a full half run lower than the next guy, Griffin Jax, at 2. He had the third lowest Sierra amongst relief pitchers. You go across the board, the numbers were absolutely insane for Cade Smith this year. A guy who I legitimately think should be getting a lot more Rookie of the Year conversation. You've seen just how valuable he's been to the Cleveland Guardians in the postseason. He's getting big outs, and you've seen it during the regular season. He made 74 appearances, pitched in 75 innings, had a whip at .903. That's absolutely disgusting. ERA plus at 213. He walked only 17 batters. He gave up 1 home run this year in 75 innings. That's so incredibly valuable. I don't know what else you could want out of a pitcher. Cade Smith's Savant page is crazy as well. 98th percentile in extension. His average velo on his fastball is in the upper 90s, 96 miles an hour. The spin rate's fantastic. There's nothing not to like about Cade Smith. He's so dang good. And then, of course, for the best closer in Major League Baseball this year, the only answer is Emmanuel Clase, also of the Cleveland Guardians. That bullpen was absolutely disgusting this year. Cade Smith was a big reason. Emmanuel Clase is why. Clase's numbers this year are legitimately insane, and I know a lot of people were mad that I didn't mention him in the Cy Young voting. Fair enough. He gave up 5 earned runs this year. Yes, you heard that correctly. In 74 and a third innings pitched this year, Emmanuel Clase gave up 5 earned runs. He finished the year with a .61 ERA ERA, finished a Major League best 66 games for the third straight year. A whip at .659 is kind of unfathomable. That's so insanely low. He had a 4.7 hit per nine, a .2 home run per nine, a 1.2 walk per nine, and an 8 strikeout per nine. His ERA was .61. His FIP was 2.23. ERA plus was 6.74. I've actually never seen that before. 6.74 is insane. He's never going to give you the crazy strikeout numbers. He's not a huge swing and miss guy when it comes to strikeouts. But in terms of walk rate, 98th percentile. 3.7% walk rate this year is insane. Chase rate, 36.8% was 98th percentile. xERA, 2.42, basically the best in Major League Baseball. Hard hit rate, 29.7%, which is the 98th percentile. Ground ball rate, he's getting a ground ball almost 60% of the time, while striking out batters 24.4% of the time. How do you even get hits off this guy? It's insane. By the way, just in case you were wondering, 39 hits in those 74 innings, 5 earned runs is so insane. Between him and Cade Smith, they gave up a total of 3 home runs this year. Emmanuel Clase, hands down, best closer in baseball. I don't really care about what happened in the ALDS. Doesn't change anything. All right, now let's move it on over to the hitting, what everybody's here for. We'll start off at the catcher position. This one feels kind of easy to me. The best catcher in Major League Baseball for the 2024 season has to be William Contreras. Cal Raleigh was pretty amazing, but to me, William Contreras is just slightly better than Cal Raleigh. And a lot of it has to do with what he does at the plate. We've seen him be really good defensively. Cal Raleigh definitely edges him out there. At the plate, there's no doubt that Wilson Contreras is not just the best hitting catcher, but he's one of the better hitters as well, just overall in Major League Baseball. A 131 WRC plus this year, by far the highest among qualified catchers. In 155 games, he finished the year with 23 homers, 37 doubles, 2 triples, and 92 RBIs, stealing 9 bases, hitting .281 with a 365 on base, 466 slugging, and an 831 OPS. He made the All-Star team, is solid defensively behind the plate. The Contreras brothers are becoming the new Molina brothers. They're absolutely disgusting, just more so on the offensive side. So it depends. If you value defense more, you're probably picking Cal Raleigh. For me, I'm taking William Contreras' bat. His defense is completely fine. We've seen it be elite before. That bat is just so crazy good. Again, 131 WRC plus, the most among qualified catchers. If you look among just position players, William Contreras, while catching, is inside the top 25 in WRC plus for qualified players. That's pretty disgusting. Number 1 catcher, in my opinion, this season. For the best player at the first base position in 2024, my editor is going to be pumped. Of course, it's going to be Vlad Guerrero Jr. Let's go! I don't think there's really another option. Some guys had great seasons, but Vlad Jr., clear and obvious favorite. Vladdy returned to that MVP caliber form. He had the 6th highest WRC plus among qualified hitters this year, only behind Bobby Witt Jr., Yordan Alvarez, Juan Soto, Shohei Ohtani, and Aaron Judge. That's a pretty impressive list to be the next guy. 165 is crazy high. He finished the season with 159 games played, 30 homers, 44 doubles, which is a career high, 103 RBIs, hitting .323, a career high, with a 396 on base, 544 slugging, and a 940 OPS. For an OPS plus at 166. Again, insanely good year. He was an all-star. Everything that you could have ever wanted from Vlad Jr. happened this year. It's also crazy he's only 25 years old. I think we sometimes forget that because he came up so early, showed us how good he was. A couple down years made us not believe, but this year, yeah, I'm completely back in on Vlad Jr. The exit velos were skyrocketing. The K rate was incredible. A 13.8% K rate with a 10% walk rate while hitting 30 homers and 40 doubles. A 940 OPS is disgusting. Hard hit rate was 97th percentile. Average exit velo was 98th percentile. Barrel rate was 91st percentile. These are all elite numbers, and that's what makes Vlad Jr. the best first baseman. In terms of WRC plus, the next highest guy was Bryce Harper, and he was 20 points lower than Vlad Guerrero Jr. Clear and obvious pick here. Yeah, so for the best player at second base, this one is incredibly obvious as well. It's Ketel Marte of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Ketel Marte was so close to an MVP season. One, Shohei Ohtani, what he did, not beatable. But there was a point where him and Ohtani were kind of neck and neck. Right before Ketel got hurt, he was in the conversation because he was leading the Diamondbacks to a huge playoff push. Of course, they didn't end up getting there, but the numbers for Ketel this year are still insanely impressive. Of course, he's going to have the highest WRC plus among second basemen. 151, just about 25 points higher than the next guy, Jose Altuve. He by far had the most F4 at 6.3. And Marte on the season, 136 games, 36 homers, 23 doubles, 95 RBIs with 7 stolen bases, hitting .292 with a 372 on base, 560 slugging, 932 OPS. Again, OPS plus at 155. Where do you think he lands in terms of the rest of the players? He was top 10 in Major League Baseball in terms of offensive production. And in terms of WAR, he was also top 10 at the number 10 spot. And that's with missing a bunch of games. He's the only guy inside the top 10, even close to under 150 games. So for me, Ketel Marte's always been a criminally underrated player, but I think finally now he's going to get the respect he deserves across the league from everybody. He is the best second baseman in baseball, and it's not particularly close. I mean, guys, another dude who just hits the ball so hard. He even played elite defense at second base this year. Like, what else could you want? He's disgusting. Another criminally underrated player player coming in at third base as the best third baseman in the league. Again, it's going to be J-Ram Jose Ramirez. Now, Jose Ramirez's baseball savant page isn't as exciting as the previously mentioned guys. One thing that is crazy, he's getting better defensively every single year, finished in the 82nd percentile this season. He still doesn't strike out at all. A 12% K rate and 15% whiff rate is just not even fair. And this guy almost finished the season with 40 homers and 40 stolen bases and 40 doubles. Can't forget the doubles too. Pro doubles over here at GiraffeNeckMarc. But seriously, can you find a more underrated player? 158 games, 39 homers, 39 doubles, 118 RBIs, 41 stolen bases, 279 average, 335 on base, 537 slugging for 872 OPS, for an OPS plus at 143. You want to know where he ranks among other third basemen? I'm going to tell you. Shocker, what do you know? He was the best offensive third baseman in the league this year, and defensively, again, he continues to improve. There's really not anything Jose Ramirez can't do. Extremely talented player. Did he get a little help because Cleveland was a bandbox this year? For sure, but the numbers don't lie. J-Ram is such a stud. So good. It's crazy. Cleveland's got a lot of dudes on this list. Finishing out the infield here, best player at the shortstop position in 2024 is going to be Bobby Witt Jr. I love Francisco Lindor. He doesn't get it over Bobby Witt Jr. This guy is genuinely one of the best players in Major League Baseball, top 5, no doubt. This year, he finished 5th in WRC Plus among Major League Baseball qualifying players at 168, tied with Yordan Alvarez. Keep in mind, Yordan Alvarez doesn't play shortstop. In terms of F4, Bobby Witt was 2nd in Major League Baseball, ahead of Shohei Ohtani by nearly a full win and a half, and just behind Aaron Judge, who had a historic season again. In the field, Bobby Witt is spectacular, something that he's improved upon every single season. He's just turning into one of the best defensive shortstops we've seen in a long time. And when you have 30 home run power and you can steal 30 bases a year and you hit 332 with a 389 on base, 588 slugging, and 977 OPS with 45 doubles and 11 triples, 100 RBIs, Bobby Witt Jr. is so good. He's only 24 years old. He doesn't turn 25 until June of next year. The Royals giving him the bag was the smartest thing that team's ever done because he truly is one of the most talented baseball players in the entire league. He single-handedly brought this Royals team to the postseason this year, put them on his back. The guy is a stud. Another dude, it's like, does he do anything poorly? I guess he chases a little bit, but he hits the ball hard, great bat speed, elite in the field, elite sprint speed, the fastest player arguably in Major League Baseball. God, Bobby Witt Jr. is so good. What a stud. All right, let's move it on over to the left field position. Who is the best left fielder in Major League Baseball this season? It's between two guys, Jurickson Profar and Steven Kwan. Steven Kwan played about 30 less games, has Profar on the defense where Profar is better offensively. I'm going to give the slight edge to Jurickson Profar, and it's only because he's a little bit better at on-base percentage and slugging this year, playing in a tougher ballpark to hit in. I'm going to give him the slight advantage, but man, it is razor thin. So shout out Jurickson Profar, a dude who is not on a roster before the season started, signed for $1 million this offseason, and he's probably been the best value pickup of the entire offseason. 158 games this year, 24 homers, 29 doubles, 85 RBI, stealing 10 bases, hitting 280 with a 380 on base, 459 slugging, and an 839 OPS for an OPS plus at 134. Again, WRC plus comes in at 139. That is the highest among actual left fielders. Like, I'm not counting Yordan. I'm not counting Jarren Duran. Those guys play other positions as well, probably more often. Profar really was just phenomenal this season. A huge step forward. For a guy who was a former top prospect, he made some serious changes to his game, and honestly, it looks pretty sticky. Now, defensively, not great in left field, but at the plate, elite chase rate, elite whiff rate. He doesn't swing and miss. He doesn't strike out. He takes a ton of walks. When he makes contact with the baseball, it's usually pretty good contact. I think it's exactly what the Padres needed, a guy who is incredibly valuable to this team. There was, of course, some up and downs with this season as it ever would go. But for him to go from being a 689 OPS guy in the previous year to 839 this year, the changes are real. The changes are legit. Jurickson Profar is just straight up a really good baseball player. And I think he was the best left fielder in baseball this season. For the easiest position, center field, it's Aaron Judge, it's Aaron Judge, and it's Aaron Judge. You can't pick anybody else. If you do, we're going to throw hands. And that's for someone who hates the Yankees. Aaron Judge's savant page is genuinely one of the funniest things to ever look at because his batting run value was 96, 100th percentile. His then next like 7 stats are all 97th percentile or higher. We're talking xWOBA, x batting average, x slugging, average x velo, barrel rate, hard hit rate, sweet spot, bat speed. Chase rate was incredible this year, 97th percentile, which is a huge bump up for him. This is a guy who every single year gets better and better and better. He walked a ton this year. The power was insane. He hit 58 home runs, a 322 average with a 458 on base, 701 slugging for an 1159 OPS. It's genuinely one of the best baseball seasons we've really ever seen a center fielder have. Obviously, defensively, not as good in center field as he is in the corners. Don't really care because he's the best hitter in baseball. It's not even close. And that's crazy because Shohei Ohtani exists, but Aaron Judge is just probably better. He finished the season with a 218 WRC plus. That is basically 25 points higher than Shohei Ohtani. 218 for a year is so ridiculous. There's nothing Aaron Judge can't do. He's so good. He's the best player in center field. We don't got to talk about him too much. Just like we don't really have to talk too much about the best player in right field, that's Juan Soto, another New York Yankee. Juan Soto finished third this year in WRC Plus, right behind Shohei Ohtani at 180. Despite being completely horrendous in the field, still finished with 8 WAR this year. Like, the Yankees got basically 20 F4 out of 2 players. It's unbelievable. Juan Soto, 8 F4. Similarly to Judge, when you look his baseball savant page, it's pretty. It honestly might even be prettier. 100th percentile in batting run value at 71, which Aaron Judge had 25 more. That's crazy. 98th percentile or better in almost every single stat that matters. 100th percentile in walk. He walked more than he struck out this year. That's crazy, especially because a lot of times he was hitting in front of Aaron Judge. Soto had the best year of his career. He played 157 games, 41 homers, a career high, 31 doubles, 109 RBIs, hitting 288 with a 419 on base, 569 slugging, and 989 OPS for an OPS plus at 178. He walked 10 more times than he struck out this year, 129 to 119. It's pretty crazy. Probably wins the MVP if Aaron Judge and then Bobby Witt Jr. didn't exist. This is a generational type player. He's going to get paid $1 bajillion this offseason. Hopefully it's by my New York Mets, but I got a feeling he's going to be in those pinstripes for the rest of history. You can't let a guy like this go. And then last but certainly not least, the best DH in Major League Baseball, of course, is Shohei Ohtani. What a year Shohei Ohtani had. He's going to be the first DH to ever win the MVP award. He's going to win it unanimously, and he did it in historic fashion. The first ever 50-50 season. He hit 54 home runs this year, 38 doubles, 7 triples, and 130 RBIs with 59 stolen bases. He's playing a different game. He's like cheating. It doesn't even make sense how good he is. It's like he's playing on rookie difficulty. 310 average, 390 on base, 646 slugging, 1036 OPS for an OPS plus at 190. Basically everything there led the National League. He was so close to the Triple Crown, but just missed out on the average because Luis Arraez is a singles merchant, but we all know batting average doesn't matter. He was an all-star. He was this. He was that. He's the MVP. He's Shohei Ohtani. I don't need to tell you his stats more. 54 homers, 59 stolen bases, 1036 OPS. That's really all that matters. That's why you pay him the big bucks. What's crazy is this guy's going to pitch. He's going to pitch next year. God bless Shohei Ohtani. So there they are. Best players at every position in Major League Baseball for the 2024 season. I'd love to know who you think I missed. Who was snubbed? What did I get wrong? Down in the comment section below. Don't forget to drop a like as well. It really does help support the video and the channel, as well as subscribing. I know a bunch of you ain't subscribed. Click that sub button. Don't miss out. Follow me on all my social media. GiraffeNeckMarc. Links are in the description. That's where I'll wrap it up. You guys know the drill from here on out. YouTube recommends you watch this video. This is my most recent upload, so click through those if you have not yet seen them. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you all on the next video. Bye.